Best and worst car deals, August 2026 from CarEdge. We analyzed 281 makes and models of vehicles, and we are going to start with trucks. The best truck deals right now, 5 vehicles have 0% financing. The Nissan Frontier, 0 for 60 months. Ram 1500, 0 for 60 months. Chevy Silverado, 0 for 60 months. GMC Sierra for 0 for 36 months. And the Ford F-150, interestingly, has 0 for 38 months right now. Dad, all of these vehicles, 0% financing offers. Some of them have even up to $4,500 in cash incentives if you choose that instead of the financing offer. These are great deals for August 2026.
Yes, these are wonderful opportunities, and what makes them wonderful is if you're going to pay cash, take the cash incentive. If you're going to do a short-term loan, take the cash incentive. If you're going to do that long-term loan for 60 months, okay, and you're not going to put a lot of money down, take the 0%. You have to do the math before you walk into the dealerships to determine what makes the most sense, the 0% financing or the cash back.
Now, we've got 7 vehicles in the family SUV and minivan segment that we want to call out to you as good options here in August 2026 with 0% financing as well. We'll start with Infiniti with the QX80. You've got either a $10,000 cash incentive or 0% financing for 63 months. Nissan has 0% financing for 60 months or a $5,000 cash incentive on the Murano. Chrysler has 0% financing for 36 months or $5,500 in cash on the hood. You'd think they'd offer more on the Pacifica, but that's where they're at right now. Jeep Grand Cherokee, 0% financing for 36 months or $4,500 in a cash incentive. Nissan, 0% financing for 60 months or $3,500 in cash incentive on the Pathfinder. Kia with 0% for 48 months or $3,000 in cash incentive on the Sorento. And Hyundai with the Santa Fe, 0% financing for 60 months or $3,000 in cash. The ones that stand out to me, Dad, we've got the Hyundai Santa Fe and the Nissan Murano, both of those vehicles that are generally speaking a little bit more popular than some of the others on this list, like the Chrysler Pacifica, with 0% financing for 60 months. Doesn't get better than 0%.
Well, it's kind of hard to get better than 0% unless they're going to start paying you to take that loan out. And I don't think that's about to happen. And may I say, when I took a lift the other day, I happened to go in a Nissan Murano, and it was really quite a lovely vehicle, both the way it looked on the outside and the interior of the vehicle was extremely comfortable. And don't forget that Infiniti. I know that's their big ass Infiniti, but at $10,000 dealer cash or $10,000 customer cash, or that 0% for 63 months, I think that's something that you have to consider.
Now let's talk about some EVs and plug-in hybrids that have really big cash incentives and financing incentives right now. We'll start with Kia, Dad, the EV9 and Niro EV. The EV9 has 0% financing for 60 months or $10,000 in a cash incentive, or the Niro has 0% financing for 72 months and a $10,000 cash incentive, either or there. The Hyundai Ioniq 9, this thing has not sold particularly well. There's a 242 days supply of inventory right now, which is really, really high. So Hyundai's offering a 0% financing offer for 60 months or $10,000 in a cash incentive as well. Nissan with the Rogue PHEV. This is one of the more interesting options out there. 0% financing for 60 months or $5,000 in cash on a Nissan Rogue plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. This is something, a lot of people like the plug-in hybrids instead of full EV. 0% for 60 months. It's a great offer. And then Mazda, Dad, they've really struggled to sell the CX-90 PHEV. 0% financing for 72 months or $5,000 in cash over there. You got to take the 0% financing for 72 months if you're doing the Mazda deal.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, that's free money for 6 years. Even if you were thinking of putting a large amount of cash down and doing short-term loan so that you could take the cash instead, don't do the financing. If you don't have to pay any interest on the money you're borrowing for 6 years, it's almost foolish not to do it.
Absolutely. Now we've got 4 more here in the cars and compact SUV segment, and similar brands to what we've been mentioning before. Nissan with the Rogue, 0% financing for 60 months or $4,500 in a cash incentive on the Rogue. Think about that for a second. It's not that expensive of a vehicle, and $4,500 in cash is a lot, or obviously the 0% financing for 60 months. Kia with the Sportage, comparable, 0 for 48 or $2,000 in cash, comparable in size, but obviously a slightly worse discount here from Kia. But we're still talking 0% financing for 4 years. Hyundai with the Tucson, 0% financing for 60 months on Hyundai Tucsons right now. And Mazda with the CX-50, Dad, they're struggling to sell the CX-50 in the way they want, so they're offering 0% financing for 36 months. That wraps up some of our best opportunities right now. And I would just like to comment that a lot of similar brands in this. For example, I don't know if you knew this, Mazda has 9 of the 11 vehicles in their lineup right now eligible for 0% financing. So Mazda's being aggressive, Nissan, Kia, and Hyundai are all being really aggressive with their offers in August. You've got to imagine that'll continue into September as well.
Oh, I would think so. And there's an honorable mention that we haven't even spoken about, and that's Polestar. Polestar's been banned from bringing any more new vehicles into the country. And well, although the Polestar dealers have been given huge incentives from Polestar, customer rebates, $23,000 to $25,000 from Polestar to convince you as the customer to purchase one of those. So if you've ever thought about an EV and you wanted significant, and I mean significant savings on one, Polestar might be the way to go. They have guaranteed that they will continue parts and service availability for 5 years through their dealers. And after that, any parts and service issues that you may have can be addressed at their sister Volvo dealerships.
Now, Dad, let's talk about some of the vehicles that really don't have big manufacturer incentives right now, but they should because they're not selling particularly fast and they're sitting on dealers' lots for a long time. Some of the vehicles on this list, the Chevy Blazer EV. This EV is sitting on dealer lots on average about 250 days, and they're selling about 12% of their inventory every single month. That's super low. Some of the other vehicles we were mentioning before that have some of these big deals, big incentives, 30, 40, 50% of their inventory is turning over every single month. It's sitting on dealers' lots for under 100 days. The incentive right now from General Motors, $1,000 in a cash incentive on the Blazer EV. Similar story with the Equinox EV, sitting on dealers' lots, but not big incentives. There's no support on the Chrysler Voyager right now, which is surprising because on average, it sits on dealer lots 171 days. The Volvo XC90 doesn't have a big incentive right now, 170 days on dealer lots. The Jaguar F-Pace. Jaguar continues to take the year off, it seems like. Very small incentives there. 165 days, the average age of a Jaguar F-Pace. The Buick Envision, 162 days is the average amount of time it's on a dealer's lot. No big incentives from Buick there. The Volkswagen ID4, there's a $6,000 cash incentive. But compare that to some of the other EV offers we talked about earlier, and it's just not enough. That's why this is sitting on average 154 days on dealer lots. The Dodge Charger, another electric vehicle, $5,500 in a cash incentive is not enough to move the needle there. And the Genesis G90, one of the slowest selling cars in the United States right now, there's not a big enough incentive there to justify picking one up. If you're looking for a deal, you're negotiating a dealer discount, of course, but the manufacturer is not stepping up with some big incentive.
Yeah, it's when you look at some of those vehicles, you wonder what the thinking is at the manufacturer level as to why they're not offering any real support to help move those units. And you just really don't want your inventory sitting around that long. But at this point in time, a lot of those manufacturers are just choosing to do nothing and leaving it up to the dealers to figure out how to make them disappear.
Now, all of this information that we've shared and even more that we didn't get into the details of is available back on CarEdge.com on our blog. So click on the link in the top of the description or search Best and Worst Car Deals August 2026, and it should pop right up. All of this is data-driven. None of this is opinion. This is all about the information that these manufacturers are using to determine if they want to put big incentives or small incentives so that you can be informed. Thanks as always, Deb.
Thank you.